Keeping your electronic devices organized and clean is important for both helping you find your documents and allowing your devices to run smooth and efficiently.
If it's been a while since you last organized your computer or smartphone, or maybe you've never really done it, getting all of those stray files and folders and in order may seem like a daunting task. So, joining us now to tell us about deleting and backing up is our tech expert, Nika Allen.
Nika, good to see you. As you said, you're in the midst of doing this. I'm in the midst of doing this with a lot of footage. So tell us, why is it so important to keep those devices clean and organized?
Well, first of all, I was not on top of this, and it took me quite a while, and I'm not even through everything. I got through my smartphone, and I'm getting through my computer slowly. So I figured, I was like, I have to come in and talk to you guys about this, let everyone know how important it is. It really helps your computer, you know, as you said, the efficiency. Your computer can slow down after time if you're putting tons of stuff on it and you're never taking things off. Of course, computers age over time, but this also does play a part. And, you know, just like thinking about your house, if you have trash everywhere, it's going to be really hard to find things in your house. You know, it may even slow you down getting ready in the morning. You can't find what you're doing. So this is a great way to just keep everything clean. People also have secure and sensitive documents.
Sure.
And, you know, if you don't need those anymore, you want to be getting rid of those in a secure way.
Okay, so can you give us some tips to get organized?
Yes, so I kind of have a strategy going.
Okay.
It'll help you kind of get through every little piece of what you need to do. So first of all, tidying up your desktop. You know, your desktop is kind of like your physical desk. You don't want old piles of unimportant things around. You want to keep it simple and you want to keep it clean.
Right.
You know, use and put important tools up there only, or documents that you're using frequently or right now.
Okay.
So, and then otherwise you want to have them off your desktop, either stored somewhere securely or in the trash. You know,
Okay.
throw them out. So then, you know, just clearing out old files and deleting things and making sure to empty your trash. So going through all those old documents, sometimes you, you know, have things that were important in 2005 and you still have them sitting around and like, I don't think that's so crucial anymore. So, you know, you want to go through that, and sometimes maybe you did have to store it for a year if it was a tax document or something like that. So you did have it stored for a while and it was important, but then you want to make sure to securely get it out of all of your documents.
Now, when we're talking about securely, because a lot of times, and this is something that we could talk about on our iOS devices, Android, what is the best way to securely do it? Because that's the real question, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of your computers do have a secure way the trash will securely do it, but if you have documents that you're keeping on your computer, you want to make sure to keep those encrypted. And so that's kind of with backing up, which was actually my next tip, is take those important documents and make sure to back them up.
Okay.
And I'll go through that in 1 second. But the last thing you want to do, which people sometimes forget about, is cleaning up the stuff that's on the internet. The internet is kind of the window from your computer to the outside world, and that's where you can get a lot of bad things coming in and out. And so you want to make sure to keep that clean by clearing your cache, your cookies, your browser history, and keeping that you know, malware or virus software up to date on your computer to help with that.
How often do you recommend clearing out the cache in our internet browser history?
You know, of course it depends how much you use it.
Sure.
I think for your average user, maybe, you know, once every week, once every couple weeks, once every month.
Okay. So not necessarily a daily thing for the average user.
Yeah, no, not necessarily for the daily person. But all of these things kind of that I'm talking about, it's going to be so much better for you if you just make it a habit, make it routine, put it into, and so maybe if it's better for you to just do it every time you use a computer, because that's more habitual for you to get into, then do it. You know, if you forget and let it slide for 6 months, you're going to have a lot more backed up there, and it's going to take longer to upload files to maybe your external hard drive or wherever you're saving stuff. It's going to take you a lot longer to go through it and get rid of things.
Okay.
So, you know, it's just a good habit to keep with it.
Gotcha.
Now, let's talk backing up.
Yeah. So backing up, you know, that's really crucial in this whole idea of keeping your computers safe and clean. There's a lot of ways to do that. Number one is using an external hard drive. And so that you can purchase one for your Mac, you can purchase one for your PC, and really you just plug them in, and they usually have a time software on there, and it kind of does it for you. So that's really nice and easy. You want to make sure to securely store that external hard drive as well. You want to keep it maybe somewhere that it's not going to be weathered. It's not going to have a lot of change in climate or humidity, and somewhere where, if something burned down, maybe you have 2 copies. Maybe you keep one locked up in your office and you have one in a safe at home or something like that.
Oh, that's a good idea.
So, 2 identical copies that you're updating constantly, and keep them in separate places, because if you have a fire in your house,
Sure.
that's going to go just like your computer and the rest of your stuff.
Yeah, that's a really good point. That's something, I think that I definitely wasn't even thinking about, is doing those. Now, just really quickly, Nika, before we get out on this, your opinion between backing up on a hard drive and people that back up on the cloud?
Well, they're both good options, and luckily we can, encrypt things now. So there's a lot of the cloud backup services encrypt automatically, and ours you can choose to have them encrypted and put passwords. But I think both is important. As long as you choose a reputable one. There's of course the ones that we can do manually, like things like Dropbox, SkyDrive,
Right.
Stuff like that. And then there's also ones that back up your computer by themselves, like Backblaze, CrashPlan, and Carbonite. So they all have different prices for different amounts of space. So they're things to just look into. Of course, external hard drive is yours and yours only. That's not going anywhere unless someone has the physical drive.
Right.
So if you're really worried about security and making sure that no one else gets that may be the best way for you to go. But if it's stuff like fun pictures of the family that you want to make sure you can even access anywhere. Maybe I'm traveling or I'm going to grandma's house and I want to show grandma, but I didn't bring my computer. I can access those files on her computer too.
Right.
So
really
depending
think about
on
the usability.
Yeah, the usability. Is it going to be more important for you to access them anywhere, or is this something I really want to keep tight and secure on my local hard drive?
Gotcha. Well, thanks for bringing this in. Important topic here. And for a full recap and more information on Nika.tv, head over to casa.com for all the links.